like to welcome y'all to another episode of the Dress Code Podcast. It's been a while. I feel like I don't even know how to do this intro no more.
It's been a minute.
We had a time this summer. Lord, life was lifing.
Very much so. Very much so. We're back, though.
We're back. It's your boy Bruhman from the 5th floor, alongside the lovely Ashley, a.k.a. the stylish local. And today, I hope y'all got buckle up your seats. We got an interview of all interviews right about now. We have a legend in New York right now. If you don't know I promise you now.
So I brought my liquor.
No, that's right.
This is one of those, we have right now our guest today. You're probably looking at the screen like, I probably don't even know that face, but you know that motherfucking hat. Y'all, we have the legend Jon Stan in the building today. Jon Stan, clap it up for yourself, my boy. My God,
What's good?
We've been in the talks for a very long time. We've been talking before you even struck gold. Yeah. But we've been talking about getting this interview done for a while now. You feel me?
Facts.
And he said, yo, bro, I want to come up. I said,
when I see you said some shit on here, and I said, I gotta come up there. I forgot what it was.
When I was talking about fashion in New York and like how we used to tell. Swag by the back pocket of our jeans, and that clip went viral. And he said, "I'm coming up there." I said, "I'm honored. Come." You feel me?
Yeah, and he's been talking about it for a while.
It's an honor to have you up here, bro. Real talk. You are New York royalty right about now.
Appreciate it,
forever now. You're embedded in the culture, and just let the people know. Like, give us a backstory on where you got started from.
Where the brand started from?
Tell us about you first. We want to know. We want to know the basics.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm one of those people who need a rundown. Like, I need a rundown.
So you know, I'm from the style, born and raised.
Okay.
Before I started a clothing brand, I couldn't afford all the fly shit. So I used to just create my own shit. But for me, I curse, right?
Yeah.
So I was creating my own shit, but I also was robbing a lot of motherfuckers for their shit. Like BB belts back in the day, Vansons, Jeff jackets.
We're not getting monetized.
Like I was catching niggas, right? So for me, but I was always creative though, right? So I couldn't wear all the fly shit. So I used to create cool shit to wear, but I didn't know I was creating. I didn't know I could call it fashion, right? You know, back in the day, you think of fashion, you thought of like the Dior, Prada, shit like that back in the day. I didn't know that people we come from could be fashion designers, right?
Wow.
So for me, I started doing shit like that, but then people started taking a liking to stuff I was making back then, and it was funny because for me, I look at it as it was how can I say, it was a journey of just learning because I didn't have people that could show me how to be business minded or how to further my fashion career. I just knew motherfuckers that could show me how to go to jail, show me how to rob, kill, steal, shit like that. So it was a learning journey.
Product of our environment.
You know, yeah. So you know we from. So I had people like that, and I never forget this shit, right? We ain't gonna go into depth, but I remember when I said this at a power, I was like, yo, I wanna be a fashion designer. Niggas laugh. They said, nigga, we ain't no fashion designer, nigga. We gangbanging. I was like, you right, we gangbanging. Fuck it.
And that was it.
And that dream went away. I was like, we ain't worried about that.
Crazy.
Wow.
And and I feel like when a lot of my friends and people started going to jail and dying around me, I started isolating myself. And that's when I started learning, like, you know what? Let me see what I could do with this clothes, these fashion things like that. And I remember I used to go to like Soho, go to different places. I used to walk inside people's stores and just look what people was buying, see what they got going on, and just observing, seeing what people wearing down the block, and just to get away from my environment. Like, you in the hood, you look at a motherfucker, you grilling them. What's up? What you looking at? Who you? I know you. But when you go to other places, I'm just staring at people, seeing what they got on, seeing how they moving, seeing how they talking. So I would just observe people like that, and then that's when I started coming up with my own ideas, things to do. Like I used to always customize hats. I used to take funny thing, I didn't even know where to go buy fabric at. I used to take my cousin bed sheets and fucking around and cut the shit up, make fabric out of it. I didn't even know, bro. Like
with scissor hands over here.
And that's how a lot of people start out too, though.
That's
honestly
cutting up the bed sheets. That's
yup.
Socks, pillowcases.
So I have a question. Does anybody in your family have a history in fashion? Does anybody, did you have any sorts of inspiration? I mean, being in the hood, we always have inspirational fashion, but to actually become hands-on as far as cutting garments and learning about different patterns and sizes and styles and things like that, does anybody in your family have any background with that?
Nah, not really like far as making clothes.
Okay.
But far as my cousin cook, right? She used to always she used to always travel, so she used to be in like the Bronx, the Harlem. She messed with girls out there and come back with they shit that they was doing out there and bring it back to Brooklyn. I was like, what's that? You know, some of that shit was a hit, some of it was a miss. We were like, yo, take that shit back in town.
Let's be honest. All right, so right now, in a minute, we're gonna give it a little bit of praise. So when we talk about, I'm for the people who, for the viewers who are not from New York, I'm gonna keep it 100% with y'all. From 2000 and I want to say 2004, maybe I'll give it about 2003, 2004. Really, when the Dipset era really took over to about 2010, New York's fashion was on the overall. Every different borough and every different city except for Queens, they never had no style. They own style. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. They never really had nothing. They did what we did. They did what Brooklyn did.
Yeah.
But Harlem was really the trendsetters from about 2001, 2002 to about 2010, and it was I'm not gonna speak on how the pipeline came down, but it got to the Star, and the Star was Brooklyn's mothership for a lot of fashion guidelines that really happened. So if you was from the Star, you had the upper hand on everything that was going on in Brooklyn, and we learned from what people in the Star was doing. I'm keeping it, and I'm from Flatbush, you feel me? We had our own thing. We had our Benji. Shout out to Benji. We need you on the show. Benji, we need Benji. We had it's crazy. We had a conversation about him. We need Benji Jeans on the show. Shout out to Benji. Shout out to what else were we doing in Flatbush? We was doing I remember we was doing the 3/4 shirts. It was a lot of things that we had on our own. But for the most part, the Solos, the ACGs,
cargo jeans,
Abercrombie, the Hollister,
BBs.
That was a Harlem thing that matriculated down to the Star, and then it spread out everywhere else. You feel me? So I give Harlem they praise on right now. Y'all still stuck on that. Y'all need to tighten up, but we ain't even gonna go there.
Fact, especially Abercrombie. Yeah, I remember it was crazy because I had the plug. My cousin, she was the plug for that.
Okay.
So she used to work there. And like, I never forget, I used to wear all Abercrombie jeans, but I used to take it further. I used to dress how the model used to dress in there. I used to come in there outside in the hood. I used to have a bun in my hair with the chancletas. They used to have chancletas in the store. I used to have the trunk. Yo, it's crazy when a dude with chancletas with a bun in his hair, with no shirt on, with an open button up, plaid shirt on, cursing niggas out on Utica.
Yo, the plaid shirt was crazy. Right? That was an error.
But it was different.
Shirt times was
the plaid shirt was different.
Different.
Facts. But I always was a different type of nigga. I always wanted to stand out. Like, and whatever we was doing, I kind of take it to the next level, you know. Like, so for me, I always wanted the attention on me, right?
Okay.
And then it couldn't do it through my clothes, so it was out of my personality. But then when I started getting really creative, I started wanting to do shit that motherfuckers wasn't doing. So for me, like the hand painting on his clothes, I used to do stuff like that because it came off as I could buy that stuff, but I couldn't though. But but he want to be creative, you know, things like that. So I was especially back in the day where it was like. Now everybody open to dress how they want to dress, right? Yeah. Like ain't no such thing as something that look too feminine now. But I try to do different shit. Like back then, like even like with the bun in my hair. Like I was stay consistent. Like I used to go get washing sets every 2 weeks. Like I remember one time soon I came from the bookings and I said, yo shit, I gotta get my washing set. like it was so crazy because I left from bookings and went straight in the morning to get my washing set. Right? But I stayed consistent with my washing set.
Skip a beat.
I used to come through with the wrap on my hair with the bun, and it's crazy because that's when motherfuckers looking like, bro, that's gay. Like, how you, but niggas knew I wasn't gay. Like, so that's what separated me. Like, and you, I used to be in a house party with the toe open sandals on with ripped up jeans. Like, and they was like, yo, like, this motherfucker different, but I stood out.
Okay.
But I had to, because them things was more affordable and putting on the Prada, the Gucci. But I stood out, and motherfuckers like, I can't do what he doing. So that was something I always did.
There you go. I always tell a story about how I got started with my fat. I won best dress in high school, and this is around the Vinnie's era and all that. And I wasn't wearing none of that. I was wearing my church clothes. Blazers with the button down, with dunks, with Levi's. I really looked like Kanye before everybody knew what Kanye was really on. You feel me? And I still won best dress off of that because I was doing what I knew how to do with what I had, making the best of my resources. You feel me?
I want to say though, like, you know how you were saying people would see you and they felt like what you was doing was kind of feminine.
Yeah.
But you realize how people respect that shit, right? Like nobody ever said anything, and I feel like there's a lot of people like that, right? People may not necessarily agree with what they're doing, or they or maybe just too scared to try it themselves. But because the type of person you are, maybe your reputation, I feel like people just let you slide. And it happens all the time.
Hello?
He's literally that too. Like people really be letting him slide like, yo, he got on a crop shirt, but it's Bruhman. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And it's been like that since high school. You feel me? Like you just got in high school. Always used to just be that's him. I remember when I backed out the Gucci rain boots, 2008. I believe it was 2008. Everybody like, that's him. Right. Let him do it. Now you can,
it's everywhere.
You feel me?
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Everybody's so in tune with they trying to. I feel like people are in tune with their own style, but it's a lot of follow fashion going on right about now. So with that, how do you feel like standing out with your fashion like help with your development of your own thing?
I feel like, see, for me now, even like with my brand, right? People always say this. They go, "You should make this. You should make this. This was trendy, right?" For me, I only make what I wear. Like I don't go, this is out, this person with this. I only make what I wear.
That's dope.
So if I'm in a certain phase, that's all I'm gonna make. Or or if I'm not really in a creative space right now, I won't create nothing, right? Like so I have that privilege to be able to do that. So for me, I just focus on what I like to wear, whatever I'm going through, whatever I want to wear. I go, I like this, let me go make it. Let me go now, let me make it for everybody else to wear now. Or if I see something I like, I might put my twist on it and remake it to how I like to wear it. So for me, that's how I look at it. I don't really, one thing I learned as I became successful, people's opinions don't matter. And I mean by that is I take criticism, I listen to people, I understand people, but at the same time, when you down, then people not gonna be there, right? Absolutely. So when you up, what's the difference? For me, I just focus on what makes me happy, what makes my brand more successful, and what draws attention to me and the brand. I really don't care what other people think. Like we used to have this when we was outside before. If I cared what people think, I would have been back in New York. I'd have been at every fashion show. I'd have been around. I just stayed in my own bubble because that's what worked for me.
And I want to give you your salute for what you said in that sentence in that statement right there, about not creating what the masses are actually interested in. You feel me? And sticking true to yourself, because I feel like a lot of people can lose their passion for the art and lose their passion for being a purist by going with what everybody's doing, going with the trends, going what the flow is going with. You feel me? But sticking true to your art and not even worrying about, is this gonna take a hit for my pockets? Am I gonna lose? You will never lose the passion and the love for the game. You feel me? That's one thing people don't realize fashion is. You feel me? Fashion is a sport. Fashion is it's an art form, it's a sport, and we got a love for the game. You feel me? The same way LeBron goes out on the court and he has a passion and a love for the game is the same way Ashley goes home and she can name me Dior's creative directors all the way back to 1952, because this is her sport. This is her game. I got a love for this. I got a love for this game. You feel me? I could tell you about so many different styles and where this started and where that started and how big this was and the cultural impact on it, because fashion was a sport for me, and it was and the same way how it's a sport for all of us is the same way how you can never, if you keep that mindset, is you will always be ahead of the game, and you will always you will never lose love for the art. You feel me? You would never sell yourself. Kobe hung up his jersey because he realized, I cannot do this at the level and the capacity that I want to. And he hung his jersey up. I lost my love for the art. I lost for the game. And with somebody like you, by sticking true to your guns, you will never lose love for the art, and you will never lose love for the game.
That's a fact.
You're right about that. And, for me, another thing to tell people, nobody could do you better than you, right? Like when people fail when they try to be somebody they're not. And for me, I stay true to who I am, but I adapt enough for people to respect me more, because you don't want to get in the rooms. And that was something I struggled with when I started having these big corporate meetings, working with like New Era, shout out New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and all these different brands that I work with. But I always want to stay so true to me. Like, nah, I'm from the block. They're going to respect me. And that wasn't getting me nowhere. Because when you got that mindset just by the block, they're going to treat you like you're from the block 24/7, right? So I want to be well respected, not just in the streets. I want to be well respected and on that corporate level. So I had to move a certain way, but I stay who I am. Like so the thing for me is, I tell people all the time, be you in a respectful way. Because my thing, you give respect, you get respect. I walk in a room, I give respect, and I demand it in return. right? Like, so for me, I just stay who I am. I don't change nothing. I just adapt to how I need to in these rooms. And that's the best thing. That's why I tell people where we come from, yo, the biggest gift that we can have is knowing how to adapt in those rooms. Because one, like we talked about earlier, like we are the culture.
Absolutely.
And I learned that they're willing to pay for the culture.
Absolutely.
So why not utilize it? Because they're using us. Like when we was out this weekend for Fashion Week, bro, we want to be a part of all this shit going on, but not knowing this motherfuckers all in the crowd like, take a note. Brother man had this on like this. Boom, boom. We ain't gonna get him, but we gonna find a model that look like him. You know, so that's the thing. Like people don't.
We are their mood boards.
Facts, big facts.
We are their mood boards.
Facts.
We are their mood boards.
Y'all ever heard of? Probably not, I don't know. Y'all ever heard of something called marketing myopia?
Nah.
I never heard that.
School us.
You was talking about like adapting but enough to like not get left behind, basically, right? So a lot of brands, they don't adapt enough when as the times are changing, they stay stuck in their bubble and they don't adapt. They don't change their marketing strategy. They don't think about their clients. They don't do anything. And so it basically like causes them to get left behind and another brand like takes off, right? So marketing myopia is just being stuck in your ways. But I don't know why that popped up in my mind when you was talking, because it was just like, okay, so you adapted just enough to progress, but still stay true to yourself, right? And I think that that's something very important, because I think people either lean too far one way, right? I don't think that people know enough about like a balance and to ride the line, because it was either you was going to sell out and become somebody that you are completely not, or you were just not going to do anything and fuck up the whole brand for sure.
Facts.
So
and that's another thing too, like the marketing part, right? Like when I come across a bunch of different designers and they have dope ideas, right? Like I tell people all the time, I got a hat that anybody could remake or do whatever, come out with their own hat. But what separate me is that I don't push my brand in nobody's face. I don't say, hey, I barely even post. I think I post every couple of months on my business page. But I grew that core following to understand that, right?
Literally a cult following.
But for me, what I push is my lifestyle, right? I ain't gonna say I ain't like the richest person in the world, or I got all this money and all that, but I'm successful enough to do whatever I want to do.
Beautiful.
I travel the world, like for example, like I might do like 2 drops a year, and it probably take me 6 months, and the rest of the 6 months I'm traveling. I'm just wherever. Paris, like look, after I leave here, we going to Paris. Like I said, bro, we going to Paris.
He said, yo, bro, we're going to Paris at the end of the month. I looked at the phone. I said, I think we're going to Paris at the end of the month. He said, yo, bro, pull up. We're going to Paris. I think we're going to Paris at the end of the month.
And that's a blessing, right? That's a blessing to be able to do that, because it's so crazy. Because like, yo, coming back to me, like I'm always back and forth from New York because I have property out here. You know, I'm a landlord. I'm a loose slum landlord sometimes. No, but I'm a landlord out here, right? And I don't show too much of that, but I'm in a position to enjoy life. Absolutely. Like struggles that I used to have, I don't have no more. I don't worry about those things, right? Like wifey, I told wifey she ain't got to work. Like shout out to wifey, like she's a family nurse practitioner. You know, paid for her to go to school and everything. I say, yo, you ain't got to work this year. Just start your blog. Shit, decorate. Like she just took a 1-hour bedroom, put a whole walk-in closet. Like I just got her just enjoying life right now,
very
right?
Demure,
right? And
very mindful.
Very mindful of you. We like to see it. Shouts out to her.
Shouts out to her.
Shout out to wifey. See, I don't know her YouTube on top of my head. I'll shout it out, but you know, but just to say this though, right? Like I can enjoy these things, and I work hard enough for that, right? And that's what I push. I push this thing as like, do what you want to do in life, right? And if it don't work, and if it fell, yo, find a new way that work, right? And people say, yo, why you got this, like, why you think like that? You just lived on the cloud. Like, no, I came from, yo, I used to live on the roof. I was homeless. I used to sell drugs. I used to call myself one of the flyest homeless dudes in the sty, because I used to sell work and I used to live on the roof. While people go into their beds, I'm living on the roof, right? Wow. So I came from having nothing to now owning. I just got my 3rd property in Utah. I just bought a townhouse. So like I came from nothing. So you can't give me that excuse, right? So like I tell people all the time, just do it, just try it, because the thing is this: a lot of people have fear that it's not gonna work and it need to work the first time, or like, hey, I got bills I gotta worry about. We know that. So now you plan accordingly. You figure out what could work for you. You figure these things out. But if you don't do it, this is the thing. Like for me, I got this mindset to where a lot of my friends, they died, they never coming back, or they in jail for life. When I wake up, anyone that's wake up, that's a blessing, right? Absolutely. So you can afford to fuck up. Shit ain't gotta work. Shit could fail. But then, and if you think like that, like the shit could go left, all the way left. But you gonna go to sleep and you're gonna wake up the next day. So the biggest gift we have on this earth, it doesn't matter who got this amount of money, a penny in their pocket, the biggest gift you got on this earth that you can fuck up, go to sleep, and you get to wake up the next day and try it all over again.
You get a second chance.
You get a second chance. Because where we come from, niggas don't get second chances, right? Like,
that's a fact.
I was talking to my cousin, and she want to start her brand, and she was talking, so she's like, but nah, buzzing, but this and this, and I told her right there, I don't talk like that. And I don't allow people around me to talk to me like that. For the simple fact is, you woke up today. Yo, I said, yo, Labor Day. I said, yo, Juve was day before. It was yesterday. 6 motherfuckers did come home from that. Them motherfuckers had problems. They had dreams. They had kids. Them motherfuckers had all type of shit they wanted to do. Yeah. They not doing it no more.
And it's done with them.
It's done. Clip. That's it. And then the baddest part, motherfuckers gonna forget them. In the next 5, 6 years, 10, 20 years, it's done. Labor Day gonna come back. Juve gonna come back. We don't remember the last motherfuckers that died. Rest in peace them. Those are my mans, but rest in peace to whoever they was. Well, I don't remember them, but I know somebody died. So motherfuckers don't think like that. That's why for me, I do whatever. I walk in these rooms and motherfucker ask me, yo, how you feel that you work with such and such? I'd be like, I'm on to the next. I'll keep it going because why? Motherfuckers don't get an opportunity to do this again. My niggas didn't get an opportunity to come back to life. My niggas, they ain't coming home again. So they lived through me. That's why I never stop. That's why I keep going, you know?
Ooh, and ladies and gentlemen, that was a word for Pastor Stan.
It's this nigga got me chatting.
But honestly, you're speaking to so many people. Absolutely.
And you have no clue.
And he knows, like, that's one of my biggest things is like the wanting for everything to be perfect. It's never going to be, right? And I keep on saying to myself, how am I going to start a marathon at the finish line? Like, I have to give myself the opportunity to grow. I never do. I'm always thinking, okay, actually, you have this vision of something in your mind. It's supposed to be exactly like that when you do it. It's never actually just put it out there and get better as you go, because I'm such a perfectionist. And then when I do put out stuff that I'm like, I ain't even like this, I feel crazy. I feel crazy. And I feel crazy about watching my own growth. And that's why should I feel like that? But I think social media also has a lot of people being afraid to be seen like trying and like, you know, on your path because everybody has this perfectly curated life. They're, you know, have these lifestyles that everyone thinks are so amazing. Half the time people don't even really live the lifestyle that they're promoting, but it's just like, it's not real. None of it is real. The realest thing you can do is really just put yourself out there and like start.
You're right. But you know what's crazy? I say this, right? It is crazy, but if it don't happen on social media, that shit didn't really happen, right? Really happen. And this the crazy, but this the balance, right? Because me and wifey was talking about this shit, right? I be telling, yo, it's so crazy, cause like when she sees something, she wanna do it, she wanna match it. I be like, listen, that shit on social media, half of it don't have that shit. You killing my cow. You wanna go buy? Oh, they got a closet. I said half of that shit, like some shorty that she was following. Shorty didn't even own a crib. She was using somebody else's closet. Yeah. But wifey went. Called the contractors, tore my rooms up, walls down. I'm like, damn. But didn't even know the backstory. And so the crazy thing is, like, literally, like, if social media don't see it, it ain't really happen. But I say this, right? When people move a certain way on social media, and it's a level of respect people get them, and it always come from our community because they think that they can't be in that position, so they give out that respect to that person, right?
And I spent a couple bucks on this, just to tell you niggas you ain't up on this.
No, for real. But it's funny because I didn't have that mindset at first, right? When the money was coming in, we doing shit, and wife used to always see this shit. I ain't pay shit attention, but she always into like the blogs, the fashion, shit like that. So she be putting me up on game, right? And I learned this, right? We went to this hotel. I never forget this shit, you know? I ain't gonna say too much. I don't niggas counting pockets and shit, but we went to this hotel, right? This shit was between Italy and Switzerland, right? And it's the crazy shit, because I ain't gonna fire, never went there. Like, it's this shit that it's called like the luxury of the finest hotels in the world, right? It's like this organization where there's no hotels get better than those, like around the world. I forgot, that's the name of the group. I think it's the finest hotels in the world, some shit like that. But they're owned by different people, hotels, different brands. But she be on that shit, right? And she see what celebrities be there, right? We was in the hotel, I can't remember the name of this shit, but the shit was like $5,000 a night, right? That was the cheapest. But then they upgraded us to a room that was like $7,000 a night. Now, mind you, I was there for like 7 days. And mind you, I let wifey do it. Let me know I see the bill after I see. When she told me,
I don't want to see the bill ever. I go out to eat with my shorty and I just give her the card. You're talking about $200. Yo, I don't even want to see her.
Yo, but then this what hit me though. But this what hit me, and that shit changed me from that day on. When we went there, I'm talking about this shit was so luxury to a point where I had a butler that stand. Yo, I would wake up 3 in, would jump and open the door, and see if I see him
Man's is outside.
and he was still there. I said, nah, they trying to set us up. Yo, nah, you remember that movie? See that movie? I thought it was called Hostel, where they was like selling the Americans and shit. And this how crazy it was. I'm like, yo, we the only people that speak that's from America here. Everybody from other countries. I say, what if them niggas got us here and they just upgrade us, want us to feel all good, and they gonna torture us type shit, right? I was bugging the fuck out. But you know why? Because I wasn't comfortable with having somebody else with hand and foot for me, right?
Absolutely.
I wasn't used to that. And it's so crazy because when I put it on my story where I was at, like certain celebrities that follow the brand, that just see the brand, that fuck with it, see what's going on, started responding. Oh, I know where you at. I see where you at. And then the conversation started changing.
Absolutely.
Now they tapping into me like, oh, this nigga bag must be up there. This nigga da-da-da. We know that shit like 5,000-7,000 a night. He did 7 days. All right, boom, that nigga just blew what niggas making a year. So they watching. And that's the level of, that's when the certain people of certain caliber started giving me certain respect. Cause I started moving a certain way. And I'm like, oh, I see it. So that's how I market my brand and myself. Like, for example, like I do sports, I design for like different sports teams, right? I wasn't going to the games. I didn't care to go to games. I didn't care for the basketball shit like that. But when I started sitting courtside, that's all you see me courtside. Now, when I go to the games, that's all they're gonna put me is courtside because they see the level, they see how I move and how the image I portray, how it look and everything. So that's the level of respect they give.
People gonna treat you how you treat yourself.
Yeah, so.
I have a question. How do you feel about people attaching the level of respect they decide to give you to how much money you make?
Yeah, I feel that's a good ass question. But me, I just worry about me. I always tell people I only worry about the one man is me, right? That's all I worry about me. But when it comes to other people, some people, they don't have the respect. They only have money, right? Some people don't have the swag. They only have the money. They don't have so they have the money. So they use their money as a tool, right? I won't judge them. I won't judge them for that because they doing what they're supposed to do. Like if you're not well respected for the shit you're doing, you're gonna utilize your money. And I respect it because you use it as a tool. Like, and that's the thing. You gotta learn how to use everything around you as a tool. Because the funny thing for me is motherfuckers that didn't respect me, like it's motherfuckers that gave me, I got street respect or I got a certain level of respect, but it's motherfuckers that didn't respect me. Like, for example, when I'm in these certain rooms, they only how I get in them doors because they respect, because they see what I'm spending, they see where I'm at, they see my lifestyle, they see where I'm living. Excuse me, they see where I'm living. And that's what opened up their eyes to even give respect. And then they're like, oh shit. Then when they start seeing more about me, they start seeing like, oh, this motherfucker that's really him. So sometimes I gotta use it as a tool. But far as motherfuckers that's older than me and calling me the big homie, because they stick out, because a lot of niggas do that.
Are you not embarrassed?
You always gonna be homie to somebody.
What?
Yo, but don't get wrong. Like, I remember when I was young, I had niggas calling me the big homie. I wasn't the big homie though, but it was the respect they gave me, right? And I learned that because the influence I have, right? How I influence certain people, and that's another time I want to talk about, because that's why I'm gonna come up here on this shit, because we from the streets, but we can mix the fashion, but
talk about
it's so funny because I was having this conversation, right? I was in LA and I was talking to a couple of gang niggas and shit. We just politicking, just talking and shit, and like I did an event with Blueface. I let him do shit at my club. And then we did a party with YG at the club, right? And we just politicking, talking regular politics and shit. And then it was funny because we talking about big homies, right? And I'm like, it's crazy because all the big homies that I looked at growing up, none of them niggas in a better position than me, right? And I say this, right? And matter of fact, I'm gonna rewind this bitch back. I was on Clubhouse. It was me, it was Whack 100 in there and shit. And it's funny, like, we talking on Clubhouse and I'm having a conversation. I said, let me ask you a question. And I said, let me ask you a question. How often do you feel like you gotta supply the hood with anything they want, right? Or like put yourself in that position around the other gang members and shit like that, right? And he was like, listen, like, if you gonna do what you doing, nigga, you gonna show love regardless, right? And it's funny because mad niggas in the room and my message me in a you don't talk to that mad old school niggas. You got niggas, old head niggas, like, don't talk to that nigga, don't talk to that nigga. But they see in the small side of it. They see like, nah, we ain't fucking on the East Coast. Fuck that nigga, right? I ain't give a fuck about him. But at the same time, we just having that conversation. And this where I feel like a lot of big homies, and I ain't gotta be any gang, a lot of big homies where they fuck up at, and this will fuck the sets up, is where the information. Because if you running the hood, niggas look up to you.
Absolutely.
So then where do your mind grow to keep elevating the niggas around you? Where do your mind grow to be like, yo, nah, you ain't gonna do this. We gonna focus on you to do this. What am I? See, that's where motherfuckers get left in the dirt because they can't elevate with the times.
Not too many get to evolve and develop and get into these different places and realize that you really the big homie and that people look. We here because we was inspired by something. We looked up to something. There was something that you had that we wanted. You feel me? Why would you let me get that and surpass you? How come you didn't? Why didn't you grow past it? And this is and we're not glorifying. One thing I don't want to do is I don't want to get it confused that we're glorifying the lifestyle, but this is the lifestyle that some of us had to grow up. Some took a path, some had no choice. You feel me? Some had no choice to grow up in this, and even if you didn't want to, a lot of people you had no choice but to. And you know, this is what we see on our regular basis, and it's like how I hate that it what do you call it? They call it post-nut clarity, you feel me? But it's like a post-success clarity, I guess we could call it right now. Once you reach a certain plateau, you sit back and you realize like, damn, bro, like I really looked at you. Damn, homie. When I was in high school, you was the man, homie. Fuck happened to you? You feel me?
But it's crazy because that's our environment, right? Like, it's so crazy because like, when the shit I'm doing now, and motherfucker tell me you'd have told me this before. You'd have been like, young man, let me talk to you. You gotta be better. I'd be like, get the fuck off my block, nigga. Told me that dumb shit over here. Preach it to me, nigga. Go ahead. That's why I'd have said. A motherfucker would have told me, yo, you could be better. You could be great. You could do You'd have told me that. I would have never thought that, bro.
You want to know what's so crazy about that? And this just goes to show you about how fashion was so limited to a certain mindset in the hood, and this is what the point of the podcast is. Because had you have been a rapper or a ball player, you would have never been in the situation and predicaments that you would have been in. You feel me? Being under the umbrella that you under, once they would have saw you had this talent or you had this mindset or this skill that we're supposed to fall under, you would have never been in the position that but because you were good with a sewing machine, or you were good with some scissors, or you were just good with your mind or creating something, nobody took that initiative to say, get away. Get away. I want to give a shout out right now. My part of me. I want to give a shout out to Brooklyn Sky right now. I never forget when I came home. I was in school and I came home and I went to the shop and I said, yo, son, and they pulled me to the side and they said, yo, son. Now, Brooklyn Sky was a safe haven for the lokes, you feel me? It was a safe haven for the lokes in Flatbush, you feel me? You go outside and it was home, you feel me? And I pulled up there and I went to go pull up with the shirt just to go chop it up with them, and you feel me? And they say, yo, bro, don't ever fuck up on this school thing, you feel me? Keep doing your thing. You making the hood proud, you feel me? You making us proud. Shout out to my brother Vlad, you feel me? They said, yo, you in a position right now, you feel me? I bet not hear about, and I was dropping out at that time, you feel me? They was like, I bet not hear you not going back, you not going to school, or you dropping out of school, or you this or you that, or you effing around out here, you feel me? And I also, and that speech, it lives with me to this day, because I will never forget that, just sitting there like, wow, y'all really, y'all in this sanctuary right here, that's what I'm gonna call it. In this sanctuary right here, y'all gave me a speech and gave me some motivation that I took with me for the rest of my life, you feel me? And so much big homies lack giving young brothers in our hood this information, because we don't got a wicked jump shot, because we don't have a rap deal, we don't have Def Jam knocking out our door, so they neglect the fashion designer, they neglect the somebody who could be a future chemist, who could be a engineer, you feel me? Because it doesn't benefit you right now. Me getting signed, and for me, you can't see the bigger picture of me going to school for 8 years to get my master's. 8 to get me to master's, 8 years, 6 years, 6 years to get my master's or to get my MBA. You don't see that benefiting you right now. You're not looking at the end game of me bringing back the community service, me getting the funding to help the hood. But you feel me?
That's right. But this is the crazy shit, right? I never get mad. Like, people always say this. People go, yo, how you feel when you come from people that don't support you, right? And I say this all the time. I don't feel no way, because sometimes people don't know how to support you, right? Like, that's the thing where the miscommunication come from. People don't know how to, like, for example, you got this podcast. A motherfucker in the hood could lay a body down for you, but don't know how to help you blow your podcast up. So they don't know how to support, right? So when it came to like big homies, and I started listening, like understanding, when I started getting in a position of influence I have, I go, they didn't know better. Because they didn't know how far, bro, they had it. If you look at it like this, if you break down a whole gang lineup, bro, that's a company, that's a corporate. You got your different stats, you got the workers, you got the crash out motherfuckers, that's the workers that's working in the stores. Like, bro, they didn't know the power they had. Absolutely. They didn't know. They just knew, like, yo, I got the set, this is the influence we got, we ain't gonna let no other man disrespect what we got going on, right? Not knowing you created a whole organization. You could do whatever. They didn't know how far they could take it. So their lack of information stopped where it stopped at. And how far it went was, yo, we gonna make sure we lit. We gonna make sure the block is good. We gonna do that. But they don't know how far it could have went.
I want to double back on something that you said, because this is something that a friend of mine said to me that hurt my heart. You feel me? And at the time, it really hurt me, because he was like, yo, bro, I saw a video that you posted, but I ain't share it. You had enough followers. I ain't feel like you need. I'm like,
what does that have to do with anything?
People feel
they do that shit.
But here's the thing, and it hurt my heart at the time. But from the mindset, you got to think about it. If I have 35,000 followers, you have 2,000 followers. In your mind, it's like, my little 2,000 followers ain't gonna do nothing to influence. Bro, one more follower adds one more view to my situation.
I have no idea.
They don't realize, because even sometimes right now, I tell the truth, same the devil. You ever went on somebody who has a major platform and you looked at their pictures and you love their pictures, you love their style, but you will not like that picture. Why? Because my like don't even count. You don't even know that one extra like is one extra like for another brand to be like, oh, they have 3,000, they have 5,000 likes on this picture. They have 20,000 followers. You could be 19,999 and you refuse to click that one button of somebody who you love. You go on their page, you admire what they're doing, but you don't want to be that one person who could change their life because you feel like you don't matter.
I'm gonna fuck you with this one, though. Right?
Talk to me.
This how scary it get. One thing about human beings, especially where we come from, comfortability, right? People want to, and this is the converse. Like, when I be having conversations with my family members and my friends, I always cut them in mid-conversation when they say certain words to me. Like, you can't tell, any motherfucker, I don't give a fuck who you is, family or friend. If you tell me I can't, you say that shit a certain amount of times, you can't even call me no more. Like, that's one word I hate, right? And you gotta think about this. People like to be comfortable, right? People be comfortable with struggling. That's a whole game. I was having this conversation where people that could have money, have a couple of dollars, they grind, they blow, they go buy what they gotta buy, pay their bills, have they lose a couple of dollars, go buy their little kicks, their Jordans, whatever, and then go back broke for that week and bounce back. That is a whole mindset, not knowing that's what they created. They comfortable.
It's an ecosystem.
Facts. But what this the thing is, people wouldn't do certain things for you to help you grow because they fear is they comfortable with you being you just trying to make it.
Absolutely.
See, that's why I struggle with that. People used to be, when I did this club brand, you could go down any on my timeline, anything I ever said on any platform, you would never hear me downplay anybody where I came from if they ain't share my shit, like my shit, or even bought my shit a little high price for a couple of motherfuckers. So I ain't expecting certain people to buy it, but they didn't want to see me. They didn't want to feel like they have to change around me. So they wanted to keep me where I was at or keep them in their mind oh, Jon like me. Jon in the hood like me.
Yo, bro, talk to me real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, but just gonna tap in right here. Once you started elevating, how many times did your phone call get stopped? How many times did your phone stop ringing for events, parties, simple things that you love to enjoy and that they know you would have enjoyed? But
they think I'm too big for it.
You too big for that. You don't want to come to that. He ain't gonna show up for this. He ain't gonna this. He ain't gonna that. Or you got the ones, I don't want you there because you gonna take that spotlight away from me.
Yo, bro, I can't even. I went to go to this fashion show that was lit.
She had me.
Yo, I want to go to a fashion show. I said, yo, why y'all niggas didn't invite me? Yo, bro, you would have sat there, all eyes would have been on you. I'm like, but damn.
That's a them problem.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with y'all. It's very much, it's giving insecurity. It's giving you, nobody can't be better than you, right? But it's not, you're not trying to be better than anyone. You cannot help a natural thing that you have. If people naturally gravitate towards you, you naturally get attention. That's who you are. It's not like you coming outside seeking it, right? But it's just like, what you want me to do about that?
Yeah.
In the height of me making my videos, one of my mans was a battle rapper. Shout out to Cakes. I used to tell him, yo, bro, I just want to be a part of your entourage. I got my own thing going. I got my own motion. But I'm not no rapper. And yo, bro, I just want to be part of it. When you go on tour or you go to a show, I just want to be back there. I just want to be, this is your lane. I don't got to be, if you Jordan right here in this lane, fuck a Pippen. I don't got a problem being Kukoc. I don't got a problem being Horace Grant. I don't got a problem being Steve Kerr. I'm chilling. You feel me? I'm here. I'm supporting my mans. This is what I could do.
Motherfucker probably feel that.
They're also in competition with you secretly. It's a secret competition. Yeah, and that's the thing. You're not in competition. They are, though. Yeah. They are, and that's what it's about, and that's the scary part, because it's just like, damn.
Not you, kids. We ain't talk about
yo, you heard that? I heard this is a quote. Nigga said, motherfucker said, it's fucked up. Niggas be in secret competition with you and still be losing. Yo.
Every single time, because you always will. You have, if you don't have a, I don't know, it doesn't sound crazy, but you don't have a pure heart and you don't have genuine, your shit it's never going to work out for you.
Yo, you're right about that. You're right.
It's always going to be a problem.
Facts. You know what's crazy? For me, I tell people this all the time. It's mad people that I started around clothing brands, started their brand around the same time me, or other shit I dibble and dabble in the same field, different fields. And people go, yo, why you just chill? You don't be caring. And I always say this. I go, I don't want to be around people that don't want to be better than me. Because when a person don't feel like they're better than you, they start moving a certain way around here. If they feel like they can never be better than you, they're going to start doing more shady shit. Shit, they probably wish death on you because they know they can't be as better than you while you're alive, right? So I tell this to everybody. I tell this to people. Boss. I tell this to people, yo, when they be like, how you feel about that person popping shit about you? I go, yo, I don't care, for the simple fact, you should want to be better than me because I don't judge you on wanting to be better than me. You should do whatever you gotta do to be better than anybody. I judge you on how you do it.
Exactly the way you
and that's the biggest thing. And I tell motherfuckers all the time, I'm used to a nigga like, nah, that nigga doing what? We gotta kill him. We gotta if a motherfucker ain't doing that to me, nothing else can hurt me, right? Yeah. So that's the thing. I tell people all the time, I understand. I feel like what made me so real successful is I understand people. And knowing your power, I know when I walk in the room, I know the power I give off. I know the energy I give off. I know how I make people feel around me. Like when I be in certain, I ain't gonna front. Like I was telling someone this earlier. I said I walk in the room, I ain't gonna front. I don't give a fuck Obama in there. I'm in that bitch trying to figure out how can I control his room. And that always been me, right? Like when we was on a block party, right? We was at this fashion show block party. Everybody out there, all the celebrities out there. We in our own little bubble, just talking
for hours in our own bubble, chilling, vibing.
Yeah, chilling. And I ain't gonna front. Like the whole hood mob came in me. I'm like, damn, nigga, we ain't got the spot at first. I lick a shot in the air. This whole shit run off. Like, we talking about old shit. We talking about, we come on niggas' block parties and turn up. And I'm like, and this was the crazy. And I'm like, that's our story. So now we here now. Look, we here now, right? And we just chilling. And all talking about it's so crazy. Yo, that's how crazy it was, bro. Like when we was out there, when the boy walked in, he's like, y'all introduce a few people. And he's like, yo, Jimmy over there, Jim Jones over there. Yo,
his man, shout out to, I forgot what homie said it. Yo, he pulled me to the side, he said, yo, bro, he just over there. He said, yo, I want to introduce you to my man, Jim Jones. Pardon yourself. I said, come a little closer.
And we chilling. But then it's funny because look, they watching, right? Funny, that next day I went to the Who Decide War show. Everybody in there, Jim in there. I'm walking, boo, doo, boo, boo. Yo, bro, I need one of them hats, bro. But mind you, we was probably supposed to link that night because motherfuckers, everybody's watching us. Everybody, who's watching us. It looking like these motherfuckers in their own bubble. Them niggas in their own conversation. Nigga, we talking about just making it out the hood. Nigga, we talking about real hood shit. And these niggas is talking about old fat, all that. We really awesome. Yo, we talking about old hood shit on our own bubble. But that's the thing. It's the image, how it look. They look like, yo, they ain't paying nobody no mind. These motherfuckers look fly. And mind you, this is their scene. They looking at us like, yo, who these niggas, man?
And they some of them came and put themselves in our situation. Like you can watch back the video. Come and put themselves in our situation.
It was just three of us in the conversation. That shit turned into a fucking
shout out to my boy Trent.
Yeah, a whole
we in our own. And next thing you know, we just realized that's how I met. We met the homie from France. Yeah, met a designer from France. Who else was over there? It was just a mad people just came and stuff. Remember, son got a dude got mad because we was over there chilling doing our own thing. Like he was doing. I don't know what he had going on.
And they were like, yo, y'all gotta go inside. We like, bro, we good.
Doing this whole shit, bro. We vibing. We was vibing in our own thing for hours. Yeah. For hours chilling and politicking and just watch. And he called, the crazy thing about it is he called it. He said, watch. He said when we standing up. He said, watch. When we standing right here, we doing our own thing. Watch everybody as we just vibing. Everybody's just gonna keep coming over and watching and trying to see what they got going on. What's going on over here?
When you're not in the mix, I think people gravitate towards you because they want to know why you not trying to be. You know what I'm saying? And who are you? Like, what you got going on your own side. But I feel like it's always like that because anytime I'm minding my business, baby, it's like people now minding mine. I got nothing for you.
Why you so quiet?
Because I tell you this, right? Yeah, I ain't gonna. I don't want to get. So this is a book I read, right? Four Laws of Power, right?
Absolutely.
That's a good ass book, right? That's the Bible, right? That's a classic. And it's something weird like this, right? Where they say, I can't quote it for word, but I know it's like, you're absent, make people. It ties to success, right? When they don't see you as much where they at, they feel like you're automatically doing better than them. And that's how it is, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, that's why for me with the clothing brand, you see my shit all through New York, but you don't see me. So all grip, they think though. Like this motherfucker, this doing this thing. But then again, when they do go find me on a personal page, just be like this motherfucker, all different countries, like he's doing this thing. I could back it up though, but that like absence ties into success, right? And then when people see like you not worrying about what they got going on, the first thing gonna come in their head is one, they think we better than them. Or like that shit ain't entertaining us. They're like, nah, these motherfuckers just probably left Beyonce and Jay-Z because they ain't entertained with all these other celebrities here. And that's the mindset they give off, right? But I say this, when we was talking out there, this is going back to we were having that conversation of knowing how to adapt. Because it's funny because I remember when we used to mob about the blocks and we would go on the motherfucker block and be like, this is not our block. But we gonna let our presence be known. We gonna validate. We might eat this bitch. Might ain't kill a nigga, but we gonna shoot this shit up to make niggas leave. We gonna do all type of shit. Because why? We don't know better. We want motherfuckers to know our presence here. And every time I think about that, I go, damn, how many blessings that I fucked up for myself back in the day when I just probably, niggas I probably raw coming through Utica. That could have worked for any company. I could have been like, yo, I like what you got on. What do you do? I don't do nothing. I'm just on the block. Well, what you do? Like, like it's times I could have blocked blessings. But even going over to that event, we could have easily just wail out, went over there. Nah, fuck this shit, nigga. We could have any done. Now the party done. Now it's done. But we just chopped it up, chilled there, had a conversation. We created our own environment there, and now people looking like, nah, we got to see what they got going on.
We literally created our own ecosystem right there in the middle of that block party when nobody's even worked. What's going on over here? But I just realized something. We had this whole conversation, and we don't even know.
3D, you said that shit. It's happening.
What you here for, bro? What do you have?
Right. What do you
let the people know?
Because a lot of people don't know.
What is your claim to fame as Jon Stan? Let the people know, because I don't even think they know right about that. We just had a whole conversation.
Give us a product.
What did this nigga do?
What did he do?
So my name is Jon Stan. That's the name of my brand and myself. That's the name of my brand, right? So I don't like to really say a fashion designer, but I design clothes, right? I create what I want in life. Whether it's my lifestyle, it's my clothes. I'm known for my hats. My hats put me on the map. It been on probably every celebrity you probably seen, right?
Absolutely.
And I also design for sports fashion. So like I did collabs with the Boston Celtics. I worked on a few projects with the Brooklyn Nets. I worked with the Utah Jazz team. Just the NBA organization, I did All-Star Weekend. I did All-Star Weekend in Utah, created all the NBA merch for that. I also have a spot in Utah where we the club / restaurant. I own that, part of that. I'm just doing my thing, bro. Like I did collabs. I did collabs with Usher. I worked with Remy Martin team. I did a whole damn near created all Usher varsity jackets. I just started working with the Barclays Center. I do all their gifting, so I design every celebrity that perform there. I design all the gifting products for them, whether it's hats, jackets, whatever it is. Dope. Like I said, I work with Usher. I did 5 cities with him. I created all his merch that he had. That we was gifting to only for celebrities. I work with different establishments. I work with New Era. I did a few projects with New Era. Things like that. But I say this, right? I started this not knowing where it was going to go, where it was going to be. And I was blessed to be able to be in like, I did the Super Bowl too. Like, I forgot the Super Bowl too. Yeah, I created stuff for the Super Bowl too. But I say this, right? Like, I'm so blessed that none is supposed to happen because this was never planned. Like, I didn't sit there and plan this out, right? It just happened, right? But that's my biggest message, right? That's why I'm over here talking about life shit, but I'm not talking about the brand because I just use the brand as like a tool to do whatever I want to do, right? I use it as a tool and I created a product. I created a hat that retail for $200. We just did a drop. I did 4,000 hats in 30 minutes. Retailed at 200.
Crazy.
Like
You do the math.
Yeah, y'all do the math on there, man. Right in the comments. That's that. Whoever write it first in the comments, we might get y'all a hat, right? Get y'all a free hat, right?
There we go.
So, but like, I sold 4,000 hats in 30 minutes, right? And that's consistent every time I do a drop. And that's me shutting it off. That ain't me just doing 4,000. I could have ran it up, but I stopped it, right? I do things like that. I create a cult follow with my brand. But I don't never push my brand. I never market my brand to go, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. I don't push that. I just push, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. It sound cliche, you know, but just do what you want. Try something and it might not work. It might just work. So that's what I push. I never push my brand, but people call me a designer. You know, I'd rather people just say they inspire, right? Just be inspired, man. That's one of my biggest quotes. Don't copy, just be inspired. You know?
You said something just now, and you answered one of my questions, because I was going to ask you, like, when you started designing and cutting up your cousin bed sheets, child, like, I was going to ask, like, did you ever think that this was something that was going to get you out of the hood?
Nah, I ain't even going to front. I remember I did my first hat drop. We made like 20,000.
That's what I want to get into.
Yo.
The hat, you say he's known for the hat. Like, this hat is would you say that the hat is more synonymous with your brand than the actual clothes?
Yeah, that is true.
You feel me? I feel like his hats.
I could believe that.
The hats are bigger than the hats are bigger than him.
Yeah, she's bigger than.
Sorry to say that. The hat, no disrespect. The hats is bigger than him.
Yo, these shits got. I was at All Star Week in Indiana. You shit got me in a Rock Nation party. I walked up. They like. I said, I didn't say my name. She's like, you ain't got no wristband. I was like, so I told you we can't get it here. He said, no, say your name. I said, I'm Jon Stan. He was like, Dad. Your name ain't on the list. Yo, give him a gold band, man. They gave me a gold band. I mean, the gold band was with like, fuck the rappers. It was like with the CEOs of the companies out, like off my brand, because they don't see the face. They know the name and they know the hats, right? They know the hats, and that shit got me in the doors. That shit got me. That shit got me into a lot of places.
Where did the inspiration for the hat come from? Like, where did that mindset come from? How did you even find the materials? Get there?
Yeah, because I'm just looking at this angel's child on the side of you, this little cherub, and I'm like,
I'm half black, half Spanish, right? You know, my Spanish side. You know, you always see like what's the name? What's the name of the church? You know, you go to Spanish, how they got the candles and everything up. So my grandma.
Maria?
Yeah, some of these. So my girls have all that stuff up, and then I just was like, that's cool. And I put it on a shirt at first. I ain't like it, and then I ended up putting on a hat, and I had the hat for probably like a year straight. I was wearing it. People was like, yo, that's fire, that's fire. And I never forget. I said, I did a pre-order. I said, man, they don't buy it, they ain't gonna buy it. It ain't gonna work. So I put it up on the website. I did a pre-order. I never forget this because my phone died. Soon I put it on the site, my phone died. I cut my phone back on. That shit said 20,000. I was like, oh shit. So mind you, like, this is when I first started. That was just on the light day. So the shit said 20,000. I ain't gonna front. I was about to shut the website down. No, I'm like, these niggas don't know me. I'm about to take this bread. I'm going to the block, nigga. I'm about to put the whole hood on. We getting work, nigga. Any ops? We got the straps, nigga. It's done. It's done now. That's it.
YouTube straps me belt.
That's it. So I'm like, yo, they ain't gonna know. And no, I ain't take the brand serious. And motherfuckers like, yo, you can make that. Keep going. Put like this. This hat right here, I own 3 houses now. One in Brooklyn, one in Queens, and one in all the way in Utah now. Like, I own them bitches. I ain't rent, I'm own them. So like, off of just me starting my brand and taking this shit serious. Like,
do you have like, what's your advice for anybody like who wants to start a brand or who just wants to do anything, right? Because you saying like, you've been saying key things throughout this whole time you've been on the couch, like as far as doing what you want, taking yourself seriously. What about like consistency? Because I feel like that's something that a lot of us struggle with, right? And for you, like, is that something that you're good at?
I ain't gonna front. Or I motherfucker, like, I ain't gonna front. I try to stay consistent to my best, right? I try to stay but I ain't gonna say it'd be perfect. Like I could be doing way more. You know, I could be wanting more. I could be doing. No, I could do way more than what I'm doing. So much more. I feel like, to be honest, if like after y'all watch the YouTube, then you go do y'all research and see what I'm doing. What you see, that, to be honest, for me judging myself, that's only me moving at 10% of what I could be doing. Like, I ain't gonna front, I'm lazy with this shit, but consistent when it comes being seen, that's what I focus on. I'm always seen. My brand is always seen. I can say that. I put so much hats out there in the world that if I'm not in the room, my hat is in the room.
Absolutely.
Right? But that was a blessing for me because it was times when I wasn't consistent. But I say this, right?
I remember that hiatus. I remember your hiatuses for real. For real.
Like for me, I say this to anybody want to do anything, right? Get out your own way. And I'm gonna say this, right? Because
say it again. Like,
get out your own motherfucking way. What camera? Every camera, get out your motherfucking way, right? Nah. See, yo, shout out to no chick. Free promo, but shout out to Sweet Chicks. Give us some.
That's not gonna hold you. That peach Bellini from Sweet Chicks slap.
Shout out to Nas,
right? This shit hitting. My buzzer put me onto this shit. Shoot, I jumped out the Uber. Yo, take this. I'll drink this shit since I got in here. Nah, but I say this, right? Get out your own way, right? Because the biggest thing is, yo, I swear, half of the shit people want to do, they already know how to do it. They just don't do it, right? Like it's funny because like when people like, and it's the crazy shit. I see. It's a lot of shit I do. I don't talk about. Like I get paid to consult with people. Like, cause why? Because people go like, and these is big companies. They go, how this motherfucker can move this much units by himself? I ain't got no team.
No back and nothing.
There's nobody doing this shit. I pay for everything. When you see me doing parties, I ain't no party promoter. No, it's me hitting a celebrity. Yo, bro, how much you want? I'm paying you. I'm doing a party, nigga. You performing. It ain't no party promoter. I ain't getting no extra bread on the side, niggas. I own the building. We doing a party in. Like, so I do a lot of shit people don't know about, and it started with my brand. But I say this, yo, people, they know what to do. They just scared to do it, right? They just scared, but going back until we talking about people being comfortable, people would they would say things to be like, I can't do this because bills due this week. So even if you can't, like for example, you want to start a clothing brand, yo, I can't do this right now because I can't afford this. That's fine. Just go get the information. Go around people that's doing it. Yo, before my shit took off, I used to walk around the garment district. When at first I didn't know how to get to the garment district, and my excuse was I can't make these things because I don't know where to get fabric at. So I'm gonna use bed sheets. So when I run out of bed sheets, nigga in the hood ain't buying bed sheets like that.
I got a question. Did you replace Buzz's bed sheets?
Right.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. Nah, them shits is pop back up. Nah.
You see me asking, I'm like, did he?
I ain't gonna front. Yo, and it wasn't even a trash bed sheet. She was getting them shits from Macy's.
Oh,
so you know it's the good shit.
400 thread, 1,000 thread. Oh, you out of pocket.
I believe in the vision.
Nah, but
you are the real one.
You know, but the thing is this, like people, they come up with excuses to stop what they want to do, right?
I do.
And even if and that's something we do, but
wow.
Even if you're not gonna start a brand right away, yo, get around people that you wanna be like. It's so crazy because for me, when I go to different cities, like I stay in different cities and I test the waters. I'd be like, if I'm that lit, let me go to that city. Like, and it's crazy because when I look on my website, I go to where my shit gets sold the most at.
Okay.
That's why I went my shit booming in Japan. My shit booming out there in London. My shit booming all fucking Hong Kong. My shit, like, it ain't just New York. It's like my shit is globally everywhere. So wherever my shit booming the most at, that's where I go. When I see my sales, like what, 2 years ago, my sales was like Texas was killing they was going crazy, pause. They was killing my shit, but they was buying most of my shit, right? Pause, edit that shit out. Get the blue for that shit.
Why we so childish?
But I went there, right? I went there to see the market, and they had, I ain't gonna front, I was out there, the motherfuckers treating me like I was royalty. I'm walking everywhere. They say, hey, bro, you out here just walking around? Nah, bro, you need security. I'm like, nah, fuck, I need security for. I ain't got beef. Nah, nigga, you Jon Stan. I got motherfuckers walking with me. Or where I go, where I need to eat at. They call in the restaurant, yeah, we got Jon Stan out here. I go in the restaurant, the owner want to meet me. Like, I got so much love from the rappers out there, and I'm like, and that's when going back into, this shit is so self-taught. I never learned this. So it's so self-taught where I had to learn how to utilize my marketing, where it's like, all right, my website, this is what people buy my shit the most. This is my top clients. Let me go utilize this, monetize this. Let me go there so that they can see the face to what's going on. And when I went out there, that shit was like clockwork. Because, and I could have just stopped it at they buy my stuff, but it forced me to learn. So now I'm like, all right, now I know how to utilize the reports on my website. I ain't know how to do none of that shit. I just let that shit just go down. Money was good, but I started utilizing that.
You became a businessman.
Yeah, I became a businessman.
You learned the business.
Yeah.
And
you was already a businessman because you was you learned the business of Jon Stan.
Facts. And that's the thing. When people want to be creators or whatever they want to do, it doesn't matter which influencer, podcast, whatever you want to do, that's two different things. Running a podcast, but being a business owner is different.
Completely
being a clothing brand being a business owner is different. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I was slacking in that. Like, if wifey didn't fucking say like if my wifey was going to school and everything, she was gonna be a doctor. Like she was like we talked about it like nah, just be a fair nurse tactician. You ain't gotta do the doctor shit. Like we make more money. We ain't gonna get into all that. But listen, but we gonna say this right. Like she came through and she started picking up where I lacked that in business.
Blessing.
Yo, listen, shout out to listen, make sure y'all pay y'all taxes, man. That's it, man. Shout out to IRS. I want no more beef.
No smoke.
Listen, no smoke. Make sure y'all pay your taxes. But, but I didn't know that side of it, right? Because why? It was a lack of information. Because the funny thing is, I say this, right? Well, where we come from, it's poverty. Where we come from, we celebrate getting our taxes. Mm-hmm. Nah, I paid hundreds and thousands in taxes. Like, it came from me. My mother get her little tax check. Yeah. Yo, man, give me 1,500. Yeah. You claim me. Let me get there. Yo, who claim me, ma? Bring it in. Yeah. Bring it in. It came from getting money during tax season to me having to pay hundreds and thousands of dollars during fucking, what? Every 3 months. I go, like, different. And I didn't know that. And I could have said, fucking lack information. I don't know. No, I started putting myself around people that's in that tax bracket to learn from.
I want to drop a pin on something. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pan it to the audience real quick. For all brothers, especially black men who's in a position and trying to get into position of power, and it's one thing that I heard a CEO say. He said he was talking about how they view things in business. He said most guys, a man will never elevate in his life, and especially in like Fortune and in major corporations and things like that. When they look and see, is he married? Every single man who's in these, I won't say every single, most men who are in top positions are married, have stability, and have a solid foundation and a solid grounding. And you said something, and I don't feel like this should be overlooked at all. You said your wife picked up where you slacked at. And I feel like one of the biggest things that you always hear about black men who's in position of power and elevate into a different level of success is the type of women that they choose, who are more detrimental to their business and more detrimental to their success, and are taking more than they're giving. And you actually had the benefit and the blessing of finding somebody who adds value, and not only adds value, did the work that you didn't even need to do. I'm screaming that you didn't even know about doing. You feel me? And that's something that gets overlooked all the time. So for anybody who's out there, especially men, you feel me? Make sure she's beneficial. You feel me? Make sure she's helping you. If you doing this type of work, make sure she's contributing to that type of work, and make sure she reaps the benefits. Like you said, the hotel was $7K a night. 7 nights, you do the math.
They help each other.
Huh?
They help each
Absolutely.
other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like and that's, I think, what it's supposed to be about. It's a partnership.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here chasing the wrong thing. Not y'all per se. Okay.
Oh my God. Don't watch this interview, baby.
The men's, they be out here chasing what looks good. But we also got to think about the flip side of that, right? Because like, once again, what is she bringing to your life? How is she adding value? And this is not a conversation of, oh, what does she bring to the table? No, like as a human being, like, right? What the basic needs that we need from each other I'm a woman and you're a man, and we are in a relationship and we're doing life together. How are we helping each other? That's it. And I feel like you've been blessed to find a partner that she picked up once again where you lacked, and you are also now making her life easier, right? Should we not be making each other's lives easier?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, even at Mayu, she doing all this while going to school. While like being in the medical field, she went to school. And for me,
that's not easy.
And it's not at all. Like, and it's crazy because as you climb up those ladders, you start seeing less people that look like you, right?
Absolutely.
So like, and it ain't even got to be about just the money side of it, because when she got into the medical field, yeah, I paid for school and everything. You know, that's what any man should do. If you got it, you do it, right?
Absolutely.
But it was really more of just being supportive. Because why? Because when she come home, babe, I'm in these rooms with these white people, right? I'm in these rooms. I don't see people that look like me in here. You got to have a strong mindset, because when you're around these rooms, like, they not even trying to be racist, but it comes off as those rooms, those rooms, how they talking. Oh, I'm surprised you here. Like, when I used to pay for her school, I used to go there with cash. I just pull up cash. And mind you, if you look up When you could be a family nurse practitioner, I'm paying for all these schools, cash. I'm not even, we ain't even doing loan, but you ain't gotta be in debt. Like, if I got it, you got it. I think she had one loan one time. And that's when she first started. She just wanted to be a nurse and went to school. Nah, I paid straight cash for going for it. I paid cash for shit. I'm going up in there paying. They looking like a rapper, a drug dealer. I seen the looks on their face, but I was able to do that for her. Why? To give her that back for the simple fact she stuck by me, because when she was going to school, when she was in college and doing all that, I was in the streets wilding. I'm in bookings and she looking for like I remember I couldn't even make her what happened? Oh, her prom. I couldn't make her prom because why? My dumb ass in bookings was doing some dumb shit I was supposed to be doing. Like, but she stuck by me though, right? And people like, why fuck with him when you could be you're gonna find somebody in your field that's doing better, that's doing their thing. But she stuck by me. And then now when I was able to be a position to be able to, to help her do, like, it is crazy because when we be in those rooms, like, we talk about it. Like, if you know them numbers, like, I'm a numbers man. I look at this shit. You look at doctors, they make like $380,000 a year, and they don't even see all that.
Absolutely not. Because
they still paying school loans off that they had 5 years ago. Now, when you're a doctor, obviously you're not living in a hood. You live a certain lifestyle. Then taxes, all this shit come in. By the time they see that shit, they make what they make. I probably fucking made. I just did a hat drop and made that times 5 in 30 minutes. And they make for the year sometimes. So like, so I say this, right? Like, because when we come from, we look at those titles as you a doctor, you rich, you automatically, like, you successful, you this. Yo, kudos to them. Like, I give it to them, especially somebody of color that could take goes on in that field and do those things. So when I got in position, I make sure she was good. Like, mind you, when she just became a family nurse practitioner, she just got her degree for it. As soon as she graduated, don't go look for no job. Take this. You worked so hard. Take this whole year off. Take this whole year off. Just help me more with the brand, because she was helping me with the brand. She was helping me with the brand while she was doing all of that. Right. So I was like, just take the whole year off. Figure what you want to do. You want to start your channel, YouTube channel, and talk about, like, she more into, the funny thing is she know more labels than me. She be putting me on. I ain't gonna front. She be like, set this up. Like, who? What the fuck is that? Yo, we gotta be in Paris. Like for example, like she want like I want to go to Paris, but she the one that's gonna make it happen. Like, we talking about it. Yo, let me talk about that shit. I get a text. Boop boop. Flight information. You call. Yo, we going to Paris. Where you got us at? I'm only like, she don't play. Like, she only gonna put us in the best hotel. So she didn't have me flexing. I ain't gonna front. But because she see the image, she see it. So any chance I got to make sure she was always good, I'm gonna always do that. Like, even if he was to fucking break up, which I'm gonna always still make sure she good. Cause why I owe that to her. But we strong.
We ain't even putting that in the atmosphere.
Yeah, we even took that back.
I don't let you put that in the atmosphere.
But I say that like you look at it as a blessing, because, and I was telling this to my cousin, like, when you have somebody by your side, you're winning, because you got two people that's gonna support each other. Like, and when you say, like, we talk about the table situation, you go look up what a family nurse practitioner make, especially she can make a bag. She's making a bag for herself. She's she's living way better than poverty, way over better than poverty times 3. But at the same time, she don't got to spend no money because I'm a provider. I'm gonna make sure, like, when I didn't have it, I still make sure motherfuckers had it. But now I'm in a position she ain't got to want for nothing. Of course, I'm gonna give her that regardless. So shout out to, if you in a relationship, take it further than just being happy. Babe, what do you want to do? Ask who you with. Yo, what do you want to do? And have those small, you can use the smallest words. How can I support you?
How can I help?
How can I support you? What do you need me at? Because I ain't gonna front. That's out of anybody, that's when she with me, nigga, nobody looking around got my best interest in her. We be in rooms, she be looking. Yo, I ain't gonna front. Such looking at you like
that's
that.
Important.
She on point. Like,
that's
so
very
she on
important.
Point. And you got somebody like that, you hold on to them.
Absolutely.
Cherish that.
Yeah.
That's
fucking table. I threw the whole house on her. Like, so
that's right.
We good, like, we good. That's a whole other podcast, man. Like,
yes. Wait, I do. All right. It is still Fashion Week, right?
Yeah.
So let's spin back real quick. Aside from your brand, right? Because your brand is always gonna be your favorite. But what other brands right now are you, like, interested in? You got your eyes on that you really, like, fuck with?
I ain't gonna front, like, and I got, yo, this is what's his, damn, what kind of his name? Matter of fact, I'm keeping her, like, I don't really look at, like, brands that's out. Like, I'm not a guy that really care for the brands that's out. I care about the person, right?
Okay.
Like, for example, like Paya Moss, right?
Gotcha.
I ain't gonna front, like, out of every designer, anybody, I always look up to him, right? And I love what he been doing. A lot of shit he been did, it didn't get that light, but they doing it now in Fashion Week. I think, like, some shit like Dior. Dior did the whole the church choir. He did that shit like 3 runways ago. Like, you know, like shit he doing like that he did that I look up to. Like that I'm like, damn, that's fire. I look up to the person, right? Like for me, that's things I look at. You know, shout out to all designers that's doing their thing. That's good. But for me, I look at individuals. But I kind of don't really pay attention to, be honest, pay attention to like the people in the fashion industry. Like really paying any mind. I don't really care for none of them. I just really and I even be cliche like it's just my brand. Don't get me wrong. Like I pay attention like to like I don't know, whatever catches my interest.
If it catches your eye, it catches.
But I'm not really. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, yeah, I was inspired by Dior, Gucci, all them niggas. Like, yo, cool. Like, you know, they doing their thing. You know, I like what Pharrell doing over there. I'm to be honest. I'm just grateful to be able to be like for people to even. I be in rooms. I say this: the people I looked up to was Don C. Right. I do hats. Don C do hats.
Yeah.
He did his hats going like 500. You know, back in the day, everybody's wearing them. I couldn't afford them back then, but I caught a few motherfuckers that had them on. I ain't gonna front. I was some dirt. I take a nigga hat right. Woo. You know, I caught a few dudes, but I had them. But it's crazy that I can say I could call Don C on the phone right now. Like that's a flex right there. Right?
That's a full circle.
Let me give you I'll give you a bigger full circle.
Okay.
We're at the block party. We having a conversation. He says something about Jeff Hamilton. We gotta we was doing something with a drop. He came out to Utah. We was talking yada 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 whatever. Ashley, viewers, I shit you not. We're in the circle and we're talking, and the phone rings. Jeff picks up. Yo. He's talking to Jeff Hamilton. Jeff Hamilton on the phone. And not only does he have the phone, is he talking to him on the phone, he stops mid-conversation with him. Where you at? Drops the phone like this and turns over and talks, and he's talking to me. And it's like, yeah, we gotta do that. Yeah, bro. XYZ, what that. It's a whole scene. It's a shit show going on around us. And the funny thing about it is everybody, it's like mad people hovered around us right now, but they're not even real. They're not even looking. I looked over and I'm like,
Pete, what's going on in the phone?
I said, bro, that's fucking Jeff Hamilton on the phone screen right here, dude. Like these people don't even, you know and it's one of those things where you may know the jacket. You are very familiar with the jacket, but you don't even know what that man. The average man wouldn't even know what that person looks like. I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, he just spoke. Not only did he just speak about this nigga,
right.
This is him right here on the phone.
Yeah.
Talk about flex.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Even like Jeff, that's somebody I look up to. Like Don C, Jeff Hamilton. Like, and the people that don't know who Jeff is, like everybody's seen the basketball jackets with all the NBA logos on them. Like everybody knows, and it's crazy because I remember we was talking about that at Boys and Girls. You wasn't even allowed to wear those in the school because motherfuckers getting beat up, getting killed for them shits back in the day.
Yeah.
So like to be able, now mind you, I got a shitload of. He sent them shits to me all the time. I got mad at them shits. Like this is somebody that I could just call just to say we don't even talk about no fashion. He just called, how your day going? I'm good, man. You know, just chilling. Like these people that
put my shit. He said, where you at? He said, yo, I'm at a block party in fashion. Yeah, but what you sent up from? Yeah. I'm like,
you know? So
what?
Yeah. So these the people that I want to get around. And for me, it's like, if I see somebody that I have interest in or I see what they doing, I like it, I'm going to them.
Yeah.
Even if I don't even know them, I don't know they in the city? Yo, babe, book me a flight. Keep watching the Instagram. They in where? How long they say they going to the event? Book me a flight. Call so you can, like, that's what I like. I just go for what I want.
Yeah.
And I build a relationship with Don C, build a relationship with Jeff Hamilton. Like, it's crazy. Like Don C actually got me into the Ye and the Ty Dolla Signs show they did in my city. And they ended up starting, and they did the after spot in my club. Like, and mind you, like, but they was doing the party in the club. That shit was so funny. It was like, just stay out of our way. That's it. I'm like, y'all niggas come here and talk. I don't give a fuck who Ye is, who y'all. He said, be using your spot, stay out of our way. Mind you, Don C, yo, you want to go? Yeah, I go. Boom, made a phone call. Yo, your name is there. Just say who you are. You good. Like these people that I built relationships with, right? And I say this another thing. That's another gem, right? Value, having value, right? Because value match value. And this is how I move anywhere I go. I would never want to be. I never want to be a part of nothing or meet anybody or work with anybody if I can't give them value and I can't give value back, right? So that's my biggest thing. Like even when we spoke, like promising, like when we talked about the podcast, we was talking about us locking this in when we was at the block party. Yeah. And what I said, yo, being around me, I want people to benefit being around me.
Absolutely.
And if it's something ain't gonna work for me, I still could pass the alley-oop.
Absolutely.
Like for example, with the dude from Paris, The guy that was in his ear.
That's a super fact.
He was in his ear. He like, yo, bro, link up with Jon Stan. Like, you out here, link up with Jon. I could have said, take my number, boom, keep it pushing.
He literally said, yo,
alley-oop, the whoop.
This is my man's right here. He got a fashion and son beeline directly to me. Like he literally said, yo, tap it with my man's right here. I'm standing in the back. He said, boom, immediately over to me, straight direct line.
Because I seen a bigger picture. What I seen was this a guy from Paris came all the way to New York for Fashion Week to get his brand seen, right? And then in my head, it was like, all right, bro, take my info. I'm gonna be in Paris next week. We gonna lock in. We gonna figure it out. But then the first thing came to my head, because I got my guy with me, was, all right, let's bridge this gap. Yeah, everybody seeing the show, but if y'all have a Paris audience, let's even take it even further. Let's bring a fashion designer from Paris on the show. That's how my brain registered. Like, and if I'm fucking with you, I'm always gonna keep you in mind. My brain gonna be like this. That's the first thing I did. First thing came to my head was, all right, we're gonna bridge this gap. When he share it, everybody in Paris gonna see it.
That's a fact.
You know, so that's how I think, and that's how I move. That's why I say value to value. That's why you see me, I'm always kind of dolo. I always move dolo. I got my people around me, but at the same time, I move how I move, and I always bring value. Like I tell them, you never gonna sit around me more than 5 minutes. If you ain't catching the gym or you're not learning something from me, don't be around me. You know?
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Me and my boy Trent, shout out to Trent. We was sitting there after everything dispersed. I was just sitting there thinking about my whole night, like, yo, this was probably one of the greatest nights of my whole fucking life. I ain't never experienced the gems that you and I'm a man. As a man, I'm never ever afraid to give a man his flowers. You feel me? Especially somebody's coming from the same environment that I'm coming from and who's on a level that I would love to achieve to get to. Bro, the gems that you drop, the jewels, the advice. And the love, the genuine love, because you feel me, like, bro, you got Jeff Hamilton on the phone. You feel me? Not to diminish who I am, not to diminish who anybody is, or put anybody on a different. Bro, this is Jeff Hamilton. This is a different conversation. You talking about name dropping names and things of that situation. Who brothers like me we want to get there. You want to elevate and get there to that plateau. And I'm just sitting there like, wow, that was some real shit right there. That was definitely some real fly shit right there. So just to thank you for that right there, for the jewels and the gems that you was dropping that night. That's real talk. And everything that you talking, you walked it. You feel me? He's walking what he's talking, because he literally beeline directly to me. Yo, and I heard him. Because everybody sees him, they talking to him. I'm new to this scene. I'm new to this fashion. They don't know who I am. You feel me? You put me in another situation, it's a whole nother ball game. But this is not. This is not my territory. It's his territory. So homeboy chopping it up with him, and exactly like you said, his man is in his ear. He said, "Yeah, but my man right here, he got a." And son literally said, and homeboy, he said, "Okay, you cool. I got you. We tap in when I get to Paris. But who this man right here? Why is he bringing me to him?" And locked in from right there. You feel me? And I feel like that's when you was talking about adding value, I feel like that's one thing that I get hard on that I'm hard on myself about, you feel me, is I know so much people, like shout out to my guy Denzel, you feel me? Denzel BK is his Instagram. I want to send a major shout out to him because he has been helping me extraordinary ways through this fashion week and maneuver and just sending me different events. And all he said was, yo, bro, I see that you're trying to get into this fashion game. You feel me? I see what you're trying to do. I said, yo, bro, I'm trying to get in, but I have no way. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to look. I don't know. I've never been in this scene. I've never been in this scenario, in this situation. Every day, non-stop, he's sending events to my phone, non-stop, constantly. You feel me? He already has a situation. He's very well established in his lane. You feel me? But he's doing it for me, and I'm sitting there like in my head, I'm starting to feel guilty. I'm starting to feel bad because I'm like, damn, what can I even offer him? You feel me? The only thing I can remember offering, we was about to get it. I was gonna get a rocket for him when we was out in DC. You feel me? We was out at Howard Homecoming, and they really tried to press the issue. And me and my man spun around, turned back like, nah, boy, you right here with us. What's up? You feel me? And that was the end of that. You feel me? What's up? Simple as that. But I don't want to offer nobody nothing on no street level no more, bro. I want to offer you something that's that brings value to your life. You feel me? And I'm sitting there like I'm feeling bad because I'm like, bro, what can I even offer, son? Like, what can I tell him about that he already had? So you almost feel bad. Like I don't even want to take no more. I feel bad taking this shit from you because I don't even know what I could give you.
I say this right, and this another thing. You probably even have to give him nothing, but just thinking with his mind that, for example, for me, I look at people when I see you, right? When I was like, bro, you supposed to have been in this scene. Like, you've been know this fashion shit. You gonna be one of the few that could actually really bridge the gap when it comes to motherfuckers in the hood and luxury fashion, right? Like being in those rooms, right?
First thing he said.
Like being in those rooms, right? And that's what I said. And for me, when I put people in position, I never like, I go, what you can offer me, value to value, but at the same time, on the top of that list, I look at is you gonna represent me the right way.
Absolutely.
Like, so if I bring you in a room and I can't be in that room, because one thing I learned when I became successful in being in certain different tax bracket rooms, it's not about the money, how much money you make. Because I tell you not, when you're in them big rooms, we don't even spend our money. I was in a room, I think I'm spending more money than these billionaire motherfuckers. I'm like, what the fuck? They don't even spend their own money. So it's not about the money no more. It's about who you know and what you have to offer, right? It don't have to be the money, but one thing they do look at, who you're around. They judge who you're around.
Absolutely.
And so that's why when we was talking out there and everything, while we talking, my brain is registered. I'm like, all right, boom. I see how you talking. We been was writing, we been was doing this shit for a minute. We been was talking about this for but we saw this shit, I think when Instagram first got lit. When
bro, we've been talking for years.
Before podcast was even a thing.
Yes.
Like so when, as we talking, remember, because one thing I said, I go, all right, boom, it's time for me to come back to New York and hit the scene running. Because why I got resources that I know people here don't have, or I have certain things that I have access to, that if I bring it to the fashion scene out here, niggas gonna lose their mind. So I'm like, all right, I see what I need to be doing. So I'm just registering, taking everything in. And as we talk, and I'm like, one thing that I listen is like, the people that's gonna be in that circle, the people that I'm gonna have in a certain position doing certain things, that how can I elevate them? And I'm looking like, all right, boom, listening to talk, and I go, yo, he can represent me. So that's why it was a no-brainer when that guy from Paris said that. I'm like, boom, let's make it happen. Then what happened after that? Yo, we out. We going to Paris. Nigga, look at
Yo, we sitting at me and last night we sitting eating wings. He said, yeah, we going to Paris.
That's it. You know, because that's the thing. And I learned that because when I first started getting the scene, and not really like technically the fashion scene, just in the industry, like I really focus more on like fashion, like basketball, like NBA stuff like that. So I'll be at All-Star Weekend, and I did my first All-Star Weekend. I'm just observing everybody. I'm like, all right, this is what they do. This is how they do it. When it was time to use All-Star Weekend to come to my city, I was running that whole shit.
Yeah.
I'm hosting Nike at my party, Adidas at my party, every NBA player at my, like I was arguing with fucking who I was arguing with? This motherfucker what's his motherfucking name?
You told me
John Moran. The motherfucker walked in the spot like I'm spending 30,000. You know who I am? I'm like, bro, you see who? Turn around, niggas. Every NBA player here. Like I'm arguing with his people. They coming there like on some tough shit. I'm like, bro, we in Utah. Why the you didn't gotta act tough.
You don't gotta be tough.
Like, who is being tough in Utah? You supposed to be chilling.
You know, but I say this like I leverage that, I observed, and I see why, and I knew that I was gonna run All-Star Weekend, and the biggest thing was everybody from other cities gonna come here, so let me host them. That means that's gonna give me an opportunity to be in front of them. So when I go to their city, it's gonna host me. My name gonna stay in their mouth. Like, damn, that guy John. Yo, he had me out there All-Star Weekend. Nigga had the hottest parties, the hottest restaurants, the hottest product out there. Everybody, I gotta stay connected with him. And that led to now, any All-Star Weekend, it doesn't matter what city in, they host me every city I go to now. Clubs, like that's how I go, clubs, stores, whatever. I'll be walking every spot. I don't even bring clothes. I just come, yo, John, take this. I built that. And that report, it goes back into like few things. You create what you want. I create that image. Yo, John gonna come to every All-Star Weekend with us or without us. John gonna sit courtside regardless, with us or without us. But let me get us something that he like. Let me get us to him. Yeah. Because that's all they see from me, right? And that's the respect they give me. And the biggest thing is those relationships part. If people listen to this, you want to start those relationships. How could you have those relationships? And people go, but I ain't got nothing to give off or nothing. Some people just want your loyalty. Some people just want to be, you just support them and be there with them. Because everything's like an image. They're like, yo, literally, when I seen the picture with Oils in the picture looked like, yo, who this big motherfucker right here? Who this nigga right here? We got this nigga from Paris. And I watch motherfuckers be like, yo, all right, I'm gonna get around him to figure out what's going on.
Respectfully.
And people don't know that. See, that's the thing. That's why you have to, I tell people all the time, yo, just sit back and use what you got. Mm-hmm. Because, for example, like you could put me in any situation. Like if I ain't had the position I'm in or what I got going on, if I had to utilize and I would never thought like this back then, but I'm gonna put myself back in my old shoes. If I have nothing I got now, but I gotta utilize me from being from the hood, I'd be like, I don't know shit about fashion, but let me see if I could get these rapper niggas or these fashion motherfuckers from other cities that's gonna be for Fashion Week. to make sure they got all the hood niggas with them to make them look more cool. Or let me leverage what I know in the hood. I could bring 100, you know, I could bring 100 niggas to come here, have the whole block party looking lit because we with a certain celebrity, a certain influencer. Like, I leverage what I got. Or girls, you need girls? I could bring some girls, you know, from the hood, boom, boom. You bring girls around. I just leverage what I already have. That's what I would have used back in the day, you know? But I didn't know that. So now I'm in a position now where I leverage what I got. They want to go to the games. They want, you know, whatever they want. I create that experience for my brand and also for other whether it's fashion designers, people in the sports scene. I built those relationships with Jeff and all of them because I helped them create experience. Yo, come see me. Let me create that experience for you. Let me show you my hospitality. And then they would never forget that. Now me, like you said, nigga Jeff on the wing. Yo, what we doing? You know, like it's crazy. What was that? Where was that? Summer. What was that? Me and Jeff was at. It was All-Star Weekend. We were in the Math All-Star Week together, but I'm trying to remember that. I think it was Vegas. I think it was no Super Bowl. Me and the motherfucker running through Vegas. We everywhere. Yo, bro, we such and such. We here. You know, and I learned a lot from being around Jeff. And one thing he do, doesn't matter how big he is. Like this man made a varsity jacket for Nelson Mandela, bro. That's how long he been doing this shit, bro.
That's crazy.
Nelson Mandela, like, and still running, still doing it. And he hungry. Jeff is hungry out here, like he have to be out here like that. He ain't got to. Like, you know, so I learn from those people. I learn from the people I want to be like. I learn from the people I want to be around. Then people like, bro, but you can just easily say that because you're around them. I just didn't pop up just to be around him. No, I built that respect. I built my name to get around him. It wasn't just by coincidence. No. Yo, I want to be around Jeff. I got to move like I need to be around Jeff.
You built your brand.
And I built that.
Yo, bro, this conversation has been, I don't even think not even for us sitting right here. I hope that for anybody who has a child, parents, that you guys listen to this episode, and I hope you show this to your children because you don't even realize the names that you're dropping, the places that you're going, and the lifestyle that you're portraying from the environment that you come from is something that a lot of kids from our neighborhoods don't feel that it's they feel like they can't reach it. They feel like they have to be a certain person and live a certain life and be certain places and do certain things just to achieve these things. I don't know how many schools that you've gone up to and spoken to, but I genuinely feel like you need to start hitting these right there at the 8th grade, getting ready to go into high school. Absolutely. And definitely at the high school level and talking to these kids and letting them see, yo, I've been in the position because you have a great level of understanding and knowing people. Listen, I understand the situation that you're going through. I've been there. I've been judged. I've been ridiculed. I've been scrutinized. I've been in them shackles. I've been behind them cells. I've been in them bars. But I need you to understand that there's a bigger picture. And most importantly, you did not let what everybody in the hood said, fuck that, we ain't making clothes, we selling drugs. But you still went on with your vision. Do not let anybody take away or diminish your character or take away your dreams or your lifestyle or the life that you envision for yourself with their words. You are bigger than your environment. I have a quote that I say that I live by, and I've been supposed to get this tatted. I'm a product of my environment, but I'm property of success. That's my quote. I've been saying that since I was in high school. Product of my environment, product of success. Remember where you heard that first. And it means I am where I am. I'm from where I'm from. It's tatted on my arm. When somebody asks me where I'm from, I don't say, I put my arm up. I'm from Flatbush. From Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. You feel me? I've been outside. You feel me? But Flatbush and the light, and when I say I'm the property of success, it doesn't mean that I'm not from Flatbush. It means that the lifestyle that Flatbush has brought me and that I grew up in, it does not own me. I belong someplace else. It just made me. Yeah. But I belong someplace else. Yeah. We are bigger than where we're at. We're bigger than what you think you have.
Facts.
Yo, John, I want to thank you so much for coming in for this interview.
It was
excuse
really
me, this
good.
conversation.
You
this
dropped
wasn't
a lot
interview.
of gems. You preached to the choir, child.
and
you
don't know how many people you're gonna touch with this, with everything that you said. You feel me? Like it was really an eye opener, and you spoke. And I think what makes it even better is people you can name when you hear certain people talk about certain things, it'd be like, you're not even from over here. You never even been outside. You don't know nothing about this.
It hit different when
bro,
the person
we had
is really
we sat on the block and had a conversation about the block, and what name you hear people be talking about landmark situations and things that happen in our culture from our age group.
That era, Canarsie, that era. I remember, like I was talking about before, I remember certain niggas couldn't even go to Flatbush, bro. Niggas couldn't, I said I was just Gucci to be in Flatbush because how much niggas went to Boys and Girls that niggas let rock slide through Boys and Girls.
I remember walking down Fulton. You heard, yo, cuz?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was a tumultuous
that Utica Avenue, that A train, bro. That shit. That's why I always be at.
Listen,
you know. But I say this right, like as it got different, life got so much like blessed to be in the position I'm in. I just started to sit back and I see certain where shit was fucking me up, and I always be like, damn. Like for example, right? It's like programming when you young. Yo, this the shit like we was talking about far as like taxes. We was programmed to go, we gonna celebrate getting our money for taxes, right? But we banking on taxes, not knowing that if you successful, you're never gonna get money back on taxes. But we don't know that, but we would rather settle to get them taxes like when tax season, right? That's one. And another thing too, we celebrate the struggle of trying to get it. When do we celebrate? We never focus on, yo, what's the plan to get it? We just focus on, you know how that go, bro. I went to my job because I'm grinding, nigga. I'm locking in. You working, that's called a rat race. You just going like this. But you never sit down and go, what's the blueprint for it, right? How we gonna do it? And that's where going to information, because we all want to do a bunch of different things. It's mad shit, but we never go, all right, what's gonna be the blueprint? What's gonna be A? What's gonna be C? How we gonna do this? Who I need to get around? What resources I need? We never build that layout. We just go, I'm gonna get it. And then motherfuckers hit you with the, if it's for me, it's gonna be for me. Nah, motherfucker, God ain't helping. No motherfucker ain't helping themselves first. I'm keeping 100.
But listen, faith without works is dead.
Yeah, that shit don't mean nothing.
You can't pray to God and ask him for things you're not doing.
Whenever I have a conversation with people, God helps those who helps themselves.
But this the thing though. But this what we programmed on. Those words, those conversations of God gonna bless me when it's for me. That's poor man conversation, right? Now that's the crazy shit. Another thing, poor man conversation. I don't need all that to be happy. Like money don't make it. That's the conversation fuck say all the time. Listen,
that's what you say when you
right. Well, you gonna say that. I ain't gonna front. A nigga happy.
I've been a rich man and I've been a poor man.
I'm motherfucking happy, but and it's the thing though. But the money don't make me. It just elevate me what I'm already doing.
Absolutely.
Right? So I tell people all the time, like, I tell people all the time, yo, why you don't buy chains and all that shit? Bro, I am a whole motherfucking chain. Why you don't got, like, I don't care for, I don't care for those things. Shade. That shit just elevates me what I'm gonna do, right? That just helped me put me in a position to do what I want to do. But I tell people all the time, like, it's those conversations. Like I said, I don't use the word I can't. When a nigga tell me more than I can't more than 3 times, conversation done. A motherfucker be like, can I sit down and talk to you? I want to pick your brain. Like, and people pay me like people fly me, like motherfuckers know I like to go to NBA games, sit courtside. Yo, bro, I'm gonna fly you to the NBA game, bro. I'm gonna sit you courtside. I just wanna pick your brain. I wanna talk to you. These motherfuckers that invested their time into spending money to get around me. And when we talking, so a nigga here can say, but I can't do, but I can't do. I be like, I'm listening to him, all right. Yeah, you ain't gonna do it. You saying you can't to me. You already psyched yourself out. When motherfucker, and you gotta listen when people talk. I listen when people talk and I watch the words they say. I really listen to it. When motherfuckers start saying some words, I'm like, yeah, it's done already. You're not gonna do it. Because you already told yourself, like you already told yourself you're not doing it. You instead of saying this can't work, let me figure out how I'm gonna get around this. And that's like, and literally that's how I need to be. Like, yo, I can't preach this shit enough. And I ain't got a big a whole fancy response. So it's just, yo, do that shit. Because I kid you not, like, yo, bro, if I ain't do this shit, yo, bro, I've been to Paris, London, Japan. I've been fucking everywhere. Italy, and I've been in these shits multiple. We go to Paris, bro, that's gonna be my 5th time going there. Like, I've been in these places. I've been to fucking countries I can't explain. Like, I've been mad different places. And it just was off of, yo, let me try to do this shit. Yeah. And we here. And we here. That's why for me, bro, it meant more to me, like I don't really do the interviews and the podcast, things like that, but it meant more for me to be on here because why? I know exactly who this is gonna reach. I know I could have, bro, I've been in Forbes magazine already. I've been in Vogue magazine. I've been in these, like, you could go Google, like, you could literally Google Jon Stan, all that shit. It's so crazy. Niggas, if you go to Google, niggas, let's say, what the people search? Jon Stan age, Jon Stan net worth. Jon Stan, like, they should say this shit. Jon Stan hat. You go, this shit's there. But then like you pull this shit up. I've been on Forbes magazine. I've been in Vogue. I've been in Complex mag. I've been in all these magazines. But that shit ain't reaching my people. That shit, I knew this was gonna reach my people. I knew who this was gonna reach. That's why I wanted to inspire. I want to reach the nigga that's gangbanging the hood. I want to reach the person that's just working a 9-to-5 job and going to work. They're not in the streets, but they just focus on their 9-to-5 job. And they just doing it over and over and every day. I want to reach those people. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen overnight. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's your story. But I came from where you came from. I did probably more worse shit than you did. Like, but at the same time, I didn't let that make me. It shaped me, but it didn't make me. You know, let's take that back. It made me who I am, but at the same time, I didn't let that stop me where I came from. So, you know, I tell people like, and the funny thing is, if whoever didn't know who I was from this interview, you're gonna know now. And I guarantee you follow this journey, like, you're gonna be like, damn. We had that conversation. This motherfucker even 10 times even on next level. And in mind, I'm only at a 10. Me personally judging myself, I'm only at 10% of what I could be doing more. You know?
Yo,
Oof. Yeah.
bro. Once again, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate the love,
Yeah, I
for real.
appreciate y'all for having
We
me,
appreciate
you know?
you so
Thank
much.
you.
This was really good.
Next time we're gonna have some liquor. This bitch. We're gonna get some sponsors. Yo, I'm gonna reach out to my Remy people. You know, we getting free promo. I'm gonna reach out to Remy.
Talk.
You know, we're gonna have some Remy bottles in here.
bottle.
We're gonna get saucy.
Right
That's
here.
it.
We gonna y'all heard it here first. This is the first time he's ever had it split his life on camera.
Especially in New York. And I've been on cameras, but I never did nothing in New York.
Never did nothing in New York.
I didn't want to do nothing in New York.
We got
yet.
the fit.
All right,
The
first time in New York on the
official
dress
first,
code.
yeah.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
Jon Stan, Dress Code Podcast. It's your boy Bruhman from the 5th floor.
Yes.
Alongside the lovely Ashley, the stylish local. And we out.
We out.